Hello everyone, hope all of you are doing great, and in today's video we're going to discuss lesson 4.3, which is all about inequalities. And here in the first question they are asking you to write the inequality for each solution set. So the first one here, for example, we have got here x is greater than, as you see over here, it is starting from 2. So it is great. I got the number over there. The other side of the inequality is 2, but it is going the right side, which means that it's getting greater than 2. Look at that, 2, 3, then 4, 5, and so on. So it is x is definitely greater than 2. Is the 2 included with us or not? If you have an open circle, then x is just greater than 2. It is not greater than or equal to. No, it is just greater than 2. The other one over here, I've got x, and it is getting greater than, moving to the right side, so greater than -6, but -6 is included. We got a shaded or a closed circle. Here, x is getting smaller. Look at that, moving it to the left side from 0 to -2 to -4, so it is smaller than 0, and 0 is not included. Here, I've got x is also smaller than but or equal to, because it's shaded circle, 10, and it's smaller than because it's moving it to the left side. Look at that, it's getting smaller from 10 to 0. All right, here x is between two values, and one of them is the -8, but it is included because it's a closed circle, while the other is 0 and it's not equal to it. It's not included because it's an open circle. The last question over here, we have got x is greater than -3, and it's not equal to -3. It's greater than -3. -3 is not included with us. Less than or equal to 3. So it is between -3 and 3, but 3 is included while -3 is not included. Show each of these solution sets on a number line. You're going to find here that they have got, as you see here, x is greater than or equal to -2. If you want to get your answer, you have the answer key over there. Look at that. They have got here -2 already with a circle that is shaded because it's included, and it's moving it to the right side because they said x is greater than or equal to -2. It's greater than -2. That's why they moved to the right side. We have an arrow because they did not determine another value. They did not say that x is between -2 and another number. No, they said it's just greater than or equal to -2. So we closed the circle, shaded it, and we moved to the right side. The other question, x is less than 3.5. As you see here, we got an open circle on the 3.5 because it's not included, and we move to the left side. And the rest of the questions are exactly the same idea exactly. Question 3, they're saying to the n is an integer. Work out the smallest possible value of n when n is greater than or equal to 8.2. They said it's an integer. What is the meaning of an integer? Whole number. Here is the key. N is a whole number that is greater than or equal to 8.2. What is the smallest possible value, mister? 9 is the smallest whole number n could be. Why? Because they said it's greater than or equal to 8.2. It cannot be 8.2, cannot be 8.3, cannot be 8 point anything, because they said it's a whole number. So it is the first whole number that is after 8.2 is 9. And why did you say after, not before? Because they said n is greater, bigger than 8.2. Then it must be after 8.2. Here, the largest possible value of n when n is less than -5. Less than -5, I got -6 and -7 and -8. And yes, but they want the largest. The largest of them all is -6. Larger than -7, larger than -8. The possible values of n when n is between -3 and 2.5, while the -3 is included. They wanted the possible values. So all the possible values, yes, yeah, master. They said n is a whole number, so it could be -3, could be -2, could be -1. All of these are whole numbers. Could be 0, could be 1, could be 2. That's it. They said it's between -3, 2.5, and the -3 is included with us, and n is a whole number. So these are all the possible values as they requested. Let's continue. Question 4. N is an integer, and n is less than or equal to 4. So the 4 is included, and it's a whole number, they said. For each statement to say whether it must be true, could be true, or cannot be true. N is equal to 4. Well, can it be n could it be 4? Yes, it could be true. So, could be true. Could be true. N equals 4. Why a mister? Because they said n is less than 4 or equal to it. Yani 4 is one of the options, yes. Can I say it must be true? لا يا مصر, it could be 3, could be 4, could be 3, could be 2, could be 1, could be 0, could be any whole number that is smaller than 4 or equal to it. So n equals 4, it could be true, but I cannot say it must be true. All right, so n is less than 0. Well, could be true. Why must it not must be true? Well, they said that n is less than or equal to 4. Can it be less than 0? Yes, because like -1, yes, -1 is less than 4. So that's why we said it could be true. But why not must be true? Because it could be greater than 0, not less than 0. It could be 1, could be 2, could be 3, until 4. So n is less than 0 could be true, but I cannot say must be true. N is less than 5. Oh, Mr. Must be true. Must be true? Why? Because anything that is less than 5, they said n is an integer. Integer means a whole number. What is the first whole number that is less than 5? I got it, Mr. 4. Oh, and 4 is included. And 3 and 2 and -1. Mister, that any whole number that is less than 5 is going to be true. Is going to be in this set. N is less than or equal to 4. Good. N is greater than or equal to 5. No, Mister, cannot be true. This cannot be true. N is equal to 4 or less than it. But 5 or more? No way, it cannot be true. Solve the inequalities. Here we just sent the 6 to the other side division. It is multiplication already, so we sent it division. X is greater than 3. Here they sent the -3. We should send it to the other side +3. So 2x is less than 22. Send the 2, it's multiplication, send their division. So 22 divided by 2 is going to be 11. Here we sent to the +1 there, -1. So 5x is less than or equal to -10. So send them the 5 there division, done. But -10 divided by 5, x is less than or equal to -2. We should expand, so 3 times x is 3, x is 3 times -4 is -12. We should send the -12 there to the other side, +12. So 3x is greater than or equal to 21. Send the 3 there division, so 21 divided by 3 or over 3. So x is greater than or equal to 7. Now, we need to solve these inequalities. That's question 6. So here I'm going to write 6. 10x is greater than or equal to 5. So I'm going to send them this 10 to the other side division. So x is greater than or equal to 5 over 10. X is greater than or equal to half. Mr. Ruda is decimal. 0.5. Fine. It would also be correct. That's question 6a. 6b. They're saying to you 4x plus 10 is less than 22. So I'm going to send them as the positive 10 there, negative 10. So 4x is less than what? 12. Then x is less than 3. I sent the 4 there, division. 12 divided by 4 is 3. Question 6, C. They're saying to you, 5x minus 7 less than or equal to 30. Expand, so 5x minus 35 less than or equal to 30. Send the negative 35 to the other side, positive 35, so 5x is less than or equal to 30 plus 35, 65. So x is less than or equal to, you're going to find that this is 13. The other question, which is 6D, they're saying to you here, 15 is greater than 2x plus 1. Solve the inequality. Mister, can I swap like what I used to do? Yes, you can, but I hope that you don't forget with swapping also the inequality. So the best solution here, keep everything at the same place. So 15 is greater than 2 times x is 2x. 2 times 1 is 2. Send the positive to their subtraction. So 15 minus 2 is 13, is greater than 2x. Send the 2 there, division. So 13 divided by 2 is going to give you exactly 6.5. So 6.5 is greater than x. This is the solution. The last, not the last at all. Here, we've got question 7a. It's saying to you, show that the solution set to the inequality. Okay, show that the solution set to the inequality 3. Okay, let's write it. 3y minus 4 plus 7y is greater than or equal to 8 minus 8y minus 5 is y equals y is greater than or equal to 3.5. Let's answer. But Mister, I'm going to expand. So here's the question. They want you to solve this inequality and show will it really, so they're giving you the final solution. The final answer is supposed to be y is greater than or equal to 3.5. So just solve it. 3 times y is 3y minus 12. Expanded. 3 times negative 4 is negative 12 plus 7y is greater than or equal to 8y minus 5. Send the 8y there and send the negative 12 here. So I'm supposed to answer exactly as if you're answering an equation. What would you do? Collect like terms. Yes, exactly, collect like terms. So 3y plus 7y remaining here. These will remain here, the y's, and I'm going to get to them the 8y, but it's going to come with the opposite sign. So negative 8y is greater than or equal to the negative 5 stays the same, but I'm going to bring it with the negative 12, but it will go there positive 12. So 3 times plus 7 is 10, minus 8 is 2y is greater than or equal to 7. Negative 5 plus 12 is positive 7. So y is greater than or equal to what? 7 divided by 2 is 3.5. That is it. That's what they wanted you to show. So just solve the inequality, and at the end, you're going to show them that y is greater than or equal to 3.5. This is 7a. 7b, substitute these values for y into 3y, okay, minus 4, which is the inequality. Substitute these values, show that the solution set is correct. They wanted to show, to substitute this, let's do it. We found also that the answer y is greater than or equal to 3.5. So they want you to substitute y with 3. So I'm going to remove the y and write 3. So 3 times Instead of y, I'm going to write 3. That's what they want you to do here. Y is 3. So let's do it. 3 minus 4. And instead of y, I wrote 3 plus 7 times 3, which is 21, is greater than or equal to 8 times 3 is 24 minus 5. Let's simplify. Here, 3 minus 4 is negative 1. Negative 1 times 3 is negative 3. So 3 times negative 1 is going to be negative 3 plus 21 is greater than or equal to 24 minus 5 is going to be exactly 19. Negative 3 plus 21 is what? Negative 3 plus 21 is going to give you exactly 18. Oh, is 18 greater than or equal to 19? Well, let's check that. They told you show that the solution set is correct. Is it correct? No. Y cannot be 83 at all. So why? Because this is not true. And we found that y is greater than or equal to 3.5. So putting 3 will show that this is not true, it will not work. So they want you to show that the solution is correct. What is the solution, Mr.? It's not that y equals 3. The solution that y is greater than or equal to 3.5. So when they gave me that y is 3, aha, mister, it did not work. Yes, so the solution y is greater than or equal to 3.5 is correct. When I tried less than 3.5, it did not work. It showed me that 18 is greater than 19. What? That doesn't make any sense. That's not correct. All right, then let's try when y is 3.5. It must be what? True. This must make the statement true. Then I told you here the solution is y is greater or equal to 3.5. So let's see. This should work. If it is 3.5, so 3, you're going to multiply by what? 3.5 minus 4 is negative half. You can use the calculator in this question. Plus 7 times 3.5 is going to give you exactly 21 and 3.5, 24.5. Is it going to be greater than 8 times 3.5? 8 times 3.5 is going to give you exactly 24. It's going to give you 28 minus 5. Let's multiply. 3 times half is 1.5, so negative 1.5. We agreed you can use the calculator to do that. I'm doing it mentally, but you can use the calculator to save time. 28 minus 5 is 23. Let's continue. Negative 1.5 plus 24.5. Oh, mister, I'm going to subtract because they have different signs. It says it's going to be 23 is greater than or equal to 23. Yes, yeah, mister. It is true. It worked. 23 is actually the same as 23, and it worked here. This makes sense because they said y is greater than or equal to 3.5, and they gave me 3.5 exactly, which is part of the solution set that we have. The last one over here that you need to try is the 4. You're going to follow the same technique exactly. Remove the y and write 4, and remove the y there and write 4. You're going to find that you're going to have here a number that is greater than or equal to the number that is on the other side. And this will show that it is part of the solution set and the solution set is correct. Here, let's continue. Solve the inequalities. 4x minus 5 is less than or equal to 2x plus 15. 2x get it over there. هتبقى 4x minus 2x, which is 2x. I'm just substituting. Let me just take step by step so that you don't get confused. I'm going to write 4x minus 2x is less than or equal to 15 plus 5. I got the negative 5 to the other side. So 2x is less than or equal to 20 So x is less than or equal to 10. That's the solution of the first, which is question what? 9. This is question 9a. 9b, x plus 6 is greater than 14 minus x. Get the x's together, so it's going to be x, negative x comes there, positive x is greater than 14, but positive 6 comes there, negative 6. So 2x is greater than 8, so x is greater than 4. 9c. 5, 2 plus x is less than or equal to 10x. Expand, so 10 plus 5x is less than or equal to 10x. Get 10x to the other side, so 5x minus 10x is less than or greater or less than or equal to, get 10 to the other side, negative 10. So negative 5x is less than or equal to negative 10. Then x is less than, okay, mister, if you divide or multiply by negative, you must switch the inequality. This is a rule. If you multiply or divide by negative, you must switch the inequality. Oh, mister, I'm going to divide by negative. Then instead of less than or equal to, I have to be greater than or equal to. Switch the inequality. Why? Because you're dividing or multiplying by negative. So negative 10 divided by negative 5 is going to be equal to 2. Write this down, memorize it, remind yourself of it all the time. Here, next question is 9d. X over 4 minus 1 is less than 4. Send the negative 1 there, positive 1. X over 4 is less than 5. It's divided by 4, it goes there, multiplied by 4, but x is less than 20. 10. The saying it to you, the diagram shows triangle DEF. Side length of DF is greater than side length DE. Write an equality to show this information. So they're saying DF, which is this one, is greater than the other. Write an inequality, no problem. That's what I'm going to write. 5x minus 14 is greater, which is DF, as they said, is greater than DE, which is 2x plus 1. This is the inequality. Solve your inequality, no problem. I'm going to get the x's together. So 5x minus 2x is greater than 1 plus 14. 5x minus 2x is 3x is greater than 15. So send the 3 there, division, so x is greater than 5. I solved the inequality. That's it. Oh, check your solution is correct. You can just remove x and write 6, for example, because we said x is greater than 5. So 5 times 6 is going to be 30. 30 minus 14, 30 minus 14 is 16. Now, if I remove here x and write 6, 2 times 6 is 12, plus 1 is 13. Oh, mister, yes, that's true. DF is greater than DE, and my solution is correct. Copy and complete. Here they just got the 3x and 4x together on the same side, so they changed the sign of the 4x. But here 12 stays alone. So negative x equals 12 stays alone. So negative x over negative 1 to get rid of the negative sign is less than, did you see this? They swapped, they switched the inequality. And instead of greater than, they made it less than. Why? Because we are dividing by negative. So 12 divided by -1, which is -12. Same thing exactly over here. Look at this. Here, -17. We got the -3 to the other side, but +3. So -17 divide plus 3 is going to be -14. Dividing by negative, okay, mister, if you divide by a negative, you're going to switch the sign. Look at that, they switched the sign already. If you multiply or divide by negative, they switch the sign. Look at that. So dividing by -2 here, -2 there, so -14 divided by -2, and they switched the sign. -14 divided by -2 is 7. 6 goes there, -6. So -12 minus 6 is negative what? 18. Solve the inequality. So x is greater than or equal to what? -18 divided by -5. I switched the inequality in order to divide by negative. So you're going to find that x is less than what? Is greater than or equal to what? Negative divided by negative is positive. 18 divided by 5 is 3.6, I guess. Yes, 3.6. Look at that. They even gave you a tip here. Remember, when you divide by a negative number, you must change the inequality sign. Here's the challenge section. Write an inequality for x, and they're giving you this diagram, and that they are requesting from you to solve the inequality. So, question, let's say here, that's question 12. They want an inequality for x. Look at this. Mister, one fact that I know from this diagram is that this plus this one that we do not know plus the last angle over there, all of them make 360 degrees. They make a full turn, mister. A full turn, which is a full circle, is 360 degrees. So what I know for sure is that x plus 2x plus x plus 30 is still less than 360 degrees because this is missing. So adding x and 2x and x plus 30 together will definitely be less than 360. That's what you need to write. X plus 2x plus x plus 30 will definitely be less than 360 degrees. The other question, the next question, they think you solve the inequality. So solving, that's 12a. 12b, solve the inequality. X plus 2x plus x is 4x plus 30 is less than 360. Send the positive 30 there, -30, so 4x is less than 330. So x is less than, you divide there by 4, it's going to give you exactly, let's see about this. This is going to be here, uh, 32, which is 8, remainder 1, so 2.5. 82.5 exactly. X is less than 82.5. Here, they saying you can the angle labeled X be a right angle. Can this X be a right angle? Mister, it doesn't look like a right angle. Yes, it doesn't look like a right angle, but you cannot say that it no, because it doesn't look like a right angle. No. Why? Because you're supposed to say no, because X must be less than 82.5 degrees. So it cannot be a right angle because a right angle is 90. We all know this, right? Questions 13. Xavier, or whatever that name is, I always fail in saying this name right, has $100. He gives $1 to his brother. So brother takes what? A. Sister then they're saying to you that he gives his sister $5 more than he gives his brother. So sister, $5 more, which is A plus 5. Then he gives his friend twice as much as he gives his sister. So twice this means 2A plus 10, or just 2 multiplied by A plus 5 in brackets, which will be 2A plus 10 after expanding. That's the friend. All right. What is the question now? Write an inequality. They're saying it to you here that uh, he still has some money left. He already had $100 before giving them all. So after giving his brother the A and giving his sister the A plus 5 and giving his friend the 2A plus 10, he still has money from the £100. This means what? This means that definitely all of them together, A and A plus 5 and 2A plus 10, is definitely less than £100 because they told you that he still has money. So after giving all of them, he still has money from the $100. So definitely the three of them are less than $100. So I'm going to write the inequality. A plus A plus 5 plus 2A plus 10 is less than $100. Simplify the inequality. A plus 2A is 4A plus 15. 5 plus 10 is 15, is less than 100. Then they are requesting from you to do what? That's question 13A. 13A. 13B, solve the inequality. 4A plus 15 is less than 100. Send the 15 over there with a negative sign. So 4A is less than 85. 100 minus 15. So A is less than 85 divided by 4 will be exactly 21.25. Okay? Right, good. Mister, I found the inequality. Here you go. I solved the inequality. Here you go. Let's continue. The saying to you here, can Xavier give his friend $55? Explain your answer. The friend is what? 2A plus 10. That's 13. C. Yani can 2A plus 10. That's what they're saying to you, his friend. He gives his friend a 2A plus 10. Can it be $55? So now I'm solving an equation. So they're saying to you, can 2A plus 10. Where did they get the 2A plus 10 Mr. from? His friend. He told you that he takes twice his sister. And we decided from the very beginning that his friend will take 2A plus 10. Can 2A plus 10 be equal to 55? Let's do it. So 2A equals 55 minus 10 is 45. So A equals 45 divided by 2, 22.5. Can this happen? No. Why? Because A must be less than 21.25. So if he gives his friend the $55, that means, mister, that A is 22.5, which is a lot more, not a lot more, but which is more than 21.25. It's out of the solution set. So we must write no, because A must be less than $21.25. That's question 13. Let's move to question 14. The angles of a quadrilateral add up to 360 degrees. Three of the angles in degrees are x, 2x, 3x minus 10. Write an inequality for x. Mr. Homa, they gave me three angles only, so this must be less than 360. In a quadrilateral, they told you even this piece of information, the quadrilateral has four angles. The four angles add to 360, but they gave me only three angles, mister. So these three angles must be less than 360. If four angles add to 360, the three angles of the quadrilateral definitely less than 360. So x plus 2x plus 3 multiplied by x minus 10, the three of them together must be less than 360 because there's still a fourth angle that is missing. Now let's simplify. So that's the inequality. Solve the inequality. Here is going to be 3x, but we need to expand. Plus 3 times x is 3x. 3 times negative 10 is negative 30 is less than 360. So 6x minus 30 is less than 360. So 6x is less than 390. I sent to the negative 30 there, positive 30. So x is less than, you're going to find that it is exactly 65. Doing the division, whether it's short or long division, you're going to find that x is less than 65 degrees. Okay, let's get back here to the question. Write an inequality, done. Solve the inequality, done. Could the angles that are 2x degrees and 3x minus 10 degrees be the same size? Yeah, no, they're telling you right now. Could this be equal to this? Well, I need to try it and see if x will be less than 65 or not. They're telling you right now, can 2x be equal, or can it be the same as 3x minus 10? Can this happen? Could it be right? Let's see. I'm gonna expand this. So 2x equals 3x minus 30. Get the 3x to the other side. So 2x minus 3x equals negative 30. So negative x is negative 30. So x is 30. Can they be equal? Mister, x must be less than 65. You found that x here is 30 when they were equal. Oh, mister. So yes, they could be equal. They could be equal. Why? Because when I made them equal, I found that x is 30, which is still in the solution set that we have here. The solution says that x must be less than 65. When I tried the two angles are equal, I found that x is less than 65. So yes, they could be equal. The last question, I guess, here is the last, no, the last two questions. Question 15. It says to you here, you are given that z is greater than 2. Write an inequality for each expression. Okay, if you have this, let me change the color. Let's make it black. They're telling you 2z plus 9. Well, 2z plus 9. Let's do it. Well, what happened to z here? It got multiplied by 2. So multiply the z there by 2. So it's going to be 2z is greater than, oh, no, Mr. Multiply here by 2, multiply here by 2. Okay, so 2z is greater than 4. But then they telling you what? Add 9. So add 9 here, 2z plus 9, 2z not 27. 2z plus 9 is greater than 4 plus 9, which is 13. That's it. This is the new inequality that they want you to write. Write an inequality for each expression. So all what I've done is that I multiplied the z by 2, multiply the z by 2. I got that because I must multiply here and there by 2. Then I added the 9 that they want. Wait, then I got that. How I miss it? Because I must add 9 here, add 9 there. So let's express let's practice this more. They told you that z is greater than 2, but they wanted the expression what? 3, z minus 4. 3, z minus 4. What happened to the z? It got subtracted, mister. Or we subtracted from it 4. So subtract from here 4. Z minus 4 is greater than 2 minus 4 as well, which is negative 2. Done. But mister, at the end we multiply by 3. Then multiply here by 3 to give you z minus 4 is greater than multiply here by 3, negative 6. That's it. You see? You see what I mean now? Let's continue. The next expression says to you 4 plus 2z. And they told you z is greater than 2. Let's see. What happened to z here? It got multiplied by 2. You add 2z is greater than, I multiply also there by 2. 4. But mister, they still need me to add 4 to it. So add 4 here is greater than add 4 there. 8. That's it. The last question, question 16. Solve the inequalities. X plus 3 is greater than 3, less than or equal to 10. Mister, I'm going to subtract 3 from here. Yes, so subtract 3 also from here and subtract 3 from there. So I'm going to minus 3. So x is greater than 3 minus 3 is 0. Let me write it for you also. I must here write 3 minus 3 and here the 10 minus 3. So x is greater than 0, less than or equal to 7. Question B. Y minus 2 is greater than or equal to 0, less than or equal to 8. So I'm going to send the negative 2 there, Mr. Positive 2 to both sides. So y is going to be alone. Is greater than or equal to 0 plus 2, and less than or equal to 8 plus 2. So y is greater than or equal to 2, less than or equal to 10. The last question, which is C, 2n is greater than negative 2, but less than 6. Mister, I'm going to divide by 2 to get rid of the 2 here. So n is less than, negative 2 divided by 2 is negative 1. Is greater than negative 1, and less than 6 divided by 2 is 3. That's it. Thank you so much, everyone, and see you in another video.